Alrighty, right. Let's see. What are we doing today? Today is the 1st of January 2020. Welcome to the new decade. OMG. So the new decade. What happens in the new decade? There's a mind shift usually that happens, and in the markets it happens too. So let's see if that's gonna happen. So let's just do some fun stuff, and the fun stuff is just let's look at the yearly charts and the yearly charts in the markets. I mean, it's a bit crazy to try to trade off them, but it's fun to have a look what they look like, right? So let us see. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to something like this. Right. Let's load it up. Let's not overload it up. Alright, so, and I will go through these yearly charts on my watch list, and let's see. So this is Bitcoin. So Bitstamp got the longest history. So what are we getting on Bitcoin? On Bitcoin, let's get into it, right? On Bitcoin, we're getting an inside bar, almost a double bottom. On the chart, we're getting inside bar. Look at this perfect line up with the closes of and open of the candle, and then this wick just goes exactly there. Amazing. TA works on every timeline, and this is just a yearly chart. You just need more history. So there's not enough history on Bitcoin, but we're getting inside bar. Let's have a look at the range here. It's gonna be huge, right? All right, it's at $341, 341% range. So it's huge. We got the new candle almost in the middle, right? What we can do? We can check the. You know, the 50% is at 8.474, and we are we're just above the golden pocket here, which is very interesting, right? So Bitcoin, we had a look at Bitcoin. Let's have a look at Bitcoin dominance chart. So look at the dominance chart. So we were at 100%, right? At 100%, almost 99 point whatever. All the shit coins existed. Then we had the huge dump in 2017 when we had the huge bull run and every single crypto exploded on Earth, and everybody was millionaire, billionaire, whatever. Everyone wanted a Lambo, and we topped out at 20k for Bitcoin, and then we dumped, and so did dump all the shit coins, even worse than Bitcoin. And so the Bitcoin dominance chart has been going up since then. Let's see how much we have gone. Look at that. We are approaching the golden zone here as well, which is very interesting. All the shit coins are getting wiped out. Let's see what's gonna happen. How much is this gonna bounce before it starts consolidating again on the yearly chart, right? This is a yearly chart. OMG. So let's have a look at Ethereum. I think the most history we have is on Bitfinex. Also, you know, we started at trading at $14 or whatever, and went up all the way to 1400. So now we're back at 130. So I mean 10x since we opened, right? From 14 to 130, almost 10x. Not a bad return still, but anyway, not enough information here. We're getting an inside bar as well. So let's see, Ethereum, right? Let's have a look at original markets now, right? Original markets should be fun. They have more More data. So S&P 500 ETF here. You can see the double top from 2000 and 2007 when we had the market crash. Let's do some TA here. Let's do a Fibs analysis. So look at that. We went up to, we're trying to go for 366 here at 2.618 Fibs extension. Maybe we'll get there, but have a look at this year. Oh my god, like look at this candle. It's amazing. It's like so bullish. It looks super bullish. It's like a friggin' Mariposa, right? We had a little last year was a bit of a consolidation year, indecision year. Do we dump? Do we not dump? And then, you know, bang. This year is crazy. Look at the RSI. RSI wants a high here. Is it gonna keep going up? And next year we do have the volume coming down on the increase. But what does volume mean? You know, the volume, you know, it was $100 here. Now it's at 300, so you get 300 shares traded less with the same amount of money. So maybe you gotta account for that as well. So S&P 500 looking crazy bullish on the 1 year chart. SPX is the same thing. A bit more history here. Look all the way from 71. Very interesting. Tested the 21 EMA but closed above it on the yearly chart, right? Yearly. Let's have a look at gold, Gold. Do we have more history on gold? Yeah, this one has more history on gold. Look at this. This was how much was this? Cheap as in 76, right? $130. So we 10x, more than 10x since the open here. But we had a long consolidation here. Look at that. It's like an equilibrium. Equilibrium here. We had a fake out down here. 252 was the bottom, and then bang, we broke the bull at $500, and then we didn't look back since 06, 07, right? And then we didn't look back until 2012, 2011 when we started consolidating. And look, it's looking very constructive. It bounced off the 13 EMA. And now we're just looking to set a lower high compared to all-time high, which is 1920. And we got the low of 1046.54. So are we gonna bounce in this range, or are we gonna bull flag and keep going up? Look at the RSI. The RSI got really overbought here. Now it's coming down. You know, are we gonna set a lower high here on the RSI? So very, very interesting. You know, what can happen here? We can top out and do this for years and years and years. I don't think that's gonna be likely with the amount of printing that's going on in the gold, in the fiat. Now we're gonna go like this and go to all-time highs. Let's see what this year brings, but it certainly looks good. Bouncing off this 13 EMA, the bulls, maybe it's gonna come and retest the 13 EMA somewhere here at around 1400 before going higher. Let's see. So let's go. Let's have a look at silver. So silver had a much bigger pullback than gold on the yearly chart. This is a yearly chart. Oh my god, what am I looking at here? Anyway, so look at this. The 21 EMA on the yearly chart is really good, and look at this volume increasing. I don't know how exactly reliable this is on the yearly chart, but look at that. We got the volume by price here as well, like a support. Boom, like this looks like it wants to take off. This wants to be the low that, you know, it's building the base of support here, 21 EMA. It wants to at least set a lower high compared to the all-time high of 50 in 2011, set in 2011. So I think that's when I first time invested into anything, was in 2011, when I bought some silver up around here, 30s, and then I watched it crash. So I'm still negative there, but it was good. It was a good experience. Got me into investing and seeing what the hell is going on. All right. So another thing we can have a look at gold and silver ratio. Hey, look at the gold and silver ratio. So gold and silver ratio, meaning the higher it is, the more expensive gold is compared to silver. And look at this year's bit of an indecision candle here. You can see there's already indecision candles here at the all-time high, and then we broke through, and now we're getting rejected. It's like sort of, you're looking this on the 5-minute time frame, and then you're thinking, oh shit, we got rejected, I gotta get out because we're likely to consolidate here up to at least the 21 EMA or something like that. So it looks like a rejection, so it seems like the silver is gonna go up faster than gold if we get this confirmed, this rejection confirmed, So yeah, gold and silver. Let's have a look at the dollar, hey? Dollar. Oh wow, dollar looks very interesting as well. Look at that, we got a bit of a equilibrium maybe happening. High, low, lower high, but look, it's looking rather bullish here, it wants to stay above this 21, 13 EMAs. We're crossing bullishly on them. Is it gonna go up here? Fundamentals, you gotta look at fundamentals, you gotta look at technicals. Fundamentals, in my mind, saying that the dollar should be going up because of the short squeeze, the dollar short squeeze that's going on due to the debt levels. The debt levels are so high and people have to pay the debt back because the debt is always going up at a percentage. So it's always accelerating at a sort of exponential level, which can be seen from the debt amount that we have now, especially after the 2007 crisis. Over here, look, we bottomed out and now the dollar's gone up. Interesting. And let's see with the dollar short squeeze if it's gonna go up, and if it's gonna become a safe haven if we do get some sort of recession, some sort of market scare, and everybody's gonna exit into dollar. Let's have a look at Australian dollar now. Ooh, Australian dollar looking rather rubbish. It's got like a head and shoulder thing happening here, and it's look, it even confirmed the head and shoulder break. By breaking this one, it needs to break that one 0.6 to dump even more. Australian dollar going to the shitter. So let's see what happens with Australia. Australia is like a country, whatever, and there hasn't had a recession while everybody else had a recession. But look at this devaluing of the buying power, right, of the Australians. It's gone down 36% since 2011. You're poor. The public is poorer by 36% if you just look at this is against the American dollar. So Americans can buy 36% more cheaper products than before. So it's shit for Australians. It's good for Americans, and it's probably good for the rest of the world to invest in Australia. So but look at this bear flag, a little bear flag here. Bear flag broke there, and it's going a bit of a bit down here. So oil, let's have a look at oil. Oil is another interesting one. So oil, the blood of the world. Where has the volume has been stopped tracking here, but this is once again a yearly chart. What do we got here? It's a bit choppy right now, right? It's a bit choppy. Maybe it's like a little bit of a bear flag here, It's a bit of a bear flag. If we drop down, we're gonna keep going down. But let's see what happens. You know, there's this green revolution happening with the millennials. Everybody wants to be green, so maybe that's why the oil is going down a bit. But apparently this green revolution is slow, and there is not enough acceleration into adoption of this new green technology. So oil is still king. You know, everything is made out of oil. Oil is everywhere. Oil is rubber. Oil is fuel. Oil is plastic. You know, who's gonna let go of their plastic? You know, who's gonna let go of their plastic usage? It's very, very difficult. Like, you know, every time you go to McDonald's, you get a plastic cup, you get a plastic fork, you get a plastic box, you get plastic everything. So, you know, oil is the blood of this world, and the control of oil is going on. Actually, right now, the friggin' Americans still trying to entice the sell the war with Iran. So they want the control of oil in the Middle East. They've smashed through the Libya. They tried to smash Syria, but you know, the Syrians were, after Libya happened, the other powers were a bit more prepared with the Syria. They tried to do the same with Syria, what they did with Libya. But the Russians and the Chinese, they helped the Syrians to make sure that the Middle East doesn't go into chaos. So now they're trying to sell you a war with Iran as well. But you know, I think the American deep state is losing this handle on the world. You know, especially with all these trade wars with China. China is like so strong now. And they're way more efficient than the Americans, because Americans have too much freedom. From a government perspective, the governing perspective, Chinese are way more, and they can be way more efficient. They got all this surveillance technology. They serve, everything is surveillance. The internet is like friggin', you know, data mine for them. Not that Americans don't data mine through Google and Microsoft. All this shit goes back to the CIA or whatever, NSA. But the Chinese are probably way more efficient at it, just because they're leading in this technology revolution right now. I think they're leading the Americans, and they got way bigger grip on that. You know, you got the Alipay, you got the WeChat Pay, all those digital currencies that are coming out. It's gonna be very, very monitored and very surveillance state. So, and that makes, if the government is using that information for good, for improvement of their economic situation, it's gonna make the government more efficient. Doesn't mean it's not gonna get abused, and yes, it's wrong, blah blah blah. But you know, just from the perspective of efficiency, it can boost the government. So government power, government efficiency and economy, if they are caring about that. So, and America is just in a disarray. You know, it's like all about being individualistic. Individuals have the power, where the Chinese have this hive mind sort of thing, working for the queen, the dynasty, you know. Anyway, so what are we looking? US oil, just sideways movement. Is it a bear flag? We're gonna go down, or are we gonna break 76 and set a lower high somewhere in the 100 region? Natural gas is completely obliterated. I'm just thinking, you know, is this a political move, right? Could be trying to strangle Russia, because Russia exports a lot of gas. Let's see what happens, you know, let's see what happens. But it just looks terrible, I guess, you know. Is it gonna bottom out here, or is it gonna keep going down? But how much down can it go? You know, the zero is not far away. It's $2 now. You know, back in 05, it went all the way to 15. That's crazy. Let's look at CGC. OMG, the CGC, right? Where's this damn Canadian Marana Bulls? So look at that. We had a massive week here, a massive week, another massive week. First in 2018 when the legalization happened, sell the news at the top. Canada legalized their marijuana, and then we had another attempt, short squeeze sort of thing, and another dump here. So now we are more likely to go sideways, I guess, because the range is so huge. The range is so huge. We're gonna stay in this range. You know, it's a 281% range, almost like a Bitcoin range. So next, I don't know, let's have a look at IPR. These are some of the American marijuana companies. So Turo looks good, better than all these other ones. Let's have a look at this Facebook. Look at Facebook. It wants to get all-time high here. Netflix. Look at Netflix. It's a beautiful chart. Look at this inside bar. We're forming inside bar here, and we're right in the middle range of the inside bar closing this year. So we might stay in this range for a while before we can break it. What is the range here? 53% from 250 to 390, 400. So yeah, inside bar. We're gonna watch that inside bar this year for Netflix. Are we gonna consolidate and form a high low on the yearly, or are we gonna keep going up? Print more money. Tesla. Look at Tesla, man. I bought some Tesla somewhere at the bottom here, but then I sold it pretty much without profit. That was really anyway, whatever. We reached all-time high with Tesla. So well, this is green energy kind of thing. So is the green energy gonna keep going up? Elon Musk, he's got a following. I'm an Elon Musk fan myself. Is he gonna keep inspiring people or whatever, building green technologies and pumping his Tesla? Amazon. So Amazon, the amazing company, looks like Facebook a little bit, but even better than Facebook because it's up at the top almost here. So yeah, it's just looking crazy, everything. BYND. Alright, forget BYND. Peloton. Let's look at LMT, the war machine. Look at the war machine. Wow, it's almost at all-time high. LMT is the Lockheed Martin, so they work for the American government and they manufacture heaps and heaps of weapons. So maybe this is used as like a war indicator, right? If the prices are going up, the big boys are betting that the war is gonna start, and Lockheed Martin is gonna make a bunch of profits if the war starts. So look at it. It wants to break bullish. It wants to keep going up. We got a massive, almost a Mariposa candle this year. In next year, we're gonna keep going up. Is the war with Iran gonna start? LMT will go up, and so will other war companies. INSG. I don't know what happened here. INSG. Alright, so what else? Disney. Let's have a look at Disney. That's gonna be interesting one. Look at Disney, right? Should have bought here back in 71 for $3 for $1. And now it's at 144. Look at this cool equilibrium here. Multi-year equilibrium, and we broke bullish in this 2012, 2011. This is like internet revolution kind of thing. And look at this sort of consolidation here, and we broke bullish this year, and that's because of the Disney coming out with all this online streaming platform for themselves, and obviously they're gonna get customers. Boosted volume, like very bullish, almost at the top here. Actually on the daily they look good as well. I think it's like a falling wedge here, so maybe a trade opportunity coming for Disney. So yeah, daily falling wedge out. look out. Snapchat. Not enough history here, looking at the bounce after all-time low. Yeah, so all these charts. What else do we have? SBM. So what's SBM? Santa Barbara. Oh, rejection here. Trying to hold the 21 EMA on the yearly. Day 2 milk. Massive pump. TPM. TPG. Let's have a look at TPG. Look at TPG back in 0201 it started. Boom, look at this consolidation here. Is it gonna dump or is it gonna pump from here? Alright, well anyway, how long has it been? It's been 26 minutes. Very interesting, and let's see what the next decade is gonna bring, you know. And looking back at the SPY, look at the SPY. The SPY is crazy. Actually, you know what? Let's have a look at the. Wait, let's put SPX. I think SPX got more history. So look, let's have a look at the from all-time low on this chart to the break. We had the break, measured move. Oh, look at this. We just broke the measured move. A measured move from 74 until 2007. The measured move was to about 3,100, and we're at 3,200 right now. So, very interesting point here from technical point on the yearly chart. Are we just gonna keep going past the measured move, or are we gonna consolidate? The bears has showed us that they have some strength here in 2018, and then the bulls came back in with all the printing of money, and the Fed doing 180 and lowering the interest rates. Yeah, let's see what this new decade. All right, happy new year everybody, see you later.